Hello everyone, today I'm going to tell you about the big mistake that led to the death of the Model T. Please enjoy.
There is no doubt that the Model T was one of the greatest successes in American automobile history. It became known as the car that made walking a pleasure, and sold over 15 million units, holding the world record for most cars produced, until the Volkswagen Bug took that title. Despite all of its success, it led Henry Ford to make one of his greatest mistakes. This is the story of the Model T's cancellation. After its introduction in 1909, the Model T's sales spread like wildfire. Before the era of the Model T, very few members of the American middle class had the opportunity to even drive an automobile, let alone own one. Being the first low-priced automobile, the Model T took off with the middle class in popularity, and Ford rose to be the top seller of automobiles in America. Of course, Henry Ford was very proud of his creation, but he was a little too proud. All the success went to his head and led him to make a big mistake. That mistake was refusing to update the Model T. Granted, Ford later did add an electric start and electric headlights, but other than that, the Model T's design stayed very similar to its original. Ford's competition saw a big opportunity, and they took it as quickly as they could. The competition was then able to beat Henry Ford's low price on the Model T, but people were willing to pay a little bit more money to receive twice the car. The Model T was easily rendered inferior to companies who offered more powerful laboring trucks and clutch-based transmissions. The fact that Henry Ford only wanted to paint the car black because it was the fastest drying color also hurt sales greatly. In fact, Ford's lack of upgrades actually allowed the Dodge and Chevrolet companies' introductions to be very successful. Ford basically let his competition take over by refusing to upgrade his beloved Model T. Sales continued to drop until 1927 when the 15th millionth Model T rolled off the assembly line and Ford finally put a stop to his beloved car. The damage was done, however, and Ford had many new competitors. The company suffered as a whole as Ford went to war with Chevrolet, Dodge, Plymouth, and other low-priced automobile brands throughout decades. Had Ford been wiser, imagine how different the automotive industry would have been. Many upstart companies in the 1920s couldn't have survived the Great Depression unless they had great success competing against Ford's Model T. That being said, it certainly is a mystery of how many cars we would have been without had Ford not made his large mistake. In the end, we must thank Mr. Ford for his stubbornness. Otherwise, automotive history would have been vastly different.
Thanks for watching everyone. Until next time, please remember that history belongs to God. It's His story.